My next book, which is going to be released in October of this year, 2017, is called The Sacred Revival, Magic, Mind and Meaning in a Technological Age. The way I wrote this book actually was different from my usual way of writing. Usually I start from the beginning and go through the middle and get to the end. In this way, I had the idea for this, and I started putting notes in different chapters all over, and I actually started writing a chapter near the end of the book first and then one in the middle. So it came together like a mosaic. Generally the theme is about we are in the long term moving towards a re-enchantment of the life, kind of bringing back the mystery, bringing back the sacredness, a revival of the sacredness, but also in the context of being in a moment of technological age. So I start off by looking at this loss of enchantment and the loss of our contact with the gods. There is a chapter which says, where have all the gods gone? So it's about trying to reconnect and regain with our myths. The myths of renewal, of coming around again. And this sense of coming around again is that we are coming together as like new tribes, but not tribes in the sense of the old isolated communities, but tribes in the sense we are now a planetary human tribe. And this is the first time in history that we are coming together as a planetary society. So we are a planetary tribe and we have new cultures, and I look at some cultural memes or cultural ideas that are kind of were coming out within the last century, especially in the 50s, 60s onwards, that gave the seeds of this birthing of this new planetary tribe. And looking at of how these, let's say, movements of transcendentalism and inner development were looking at the human being as being an evolving system. And that really is given fruition today. And so I look at how the new sense of the understanding of the looking into the human, realize that we are part of a participatory cosmos. We are not isolated. We're not in a dead universe. We're in a living participatory universe. And within that participation is, again, coming back to almost the Great Mother, the sense of the rise of the feminine energy, the solar era, the lunar era, and those energies of being a nurturing, sacred species in a vibrant, dynamic, enchanted cosmos and reality. And so I look at this new kind of imaginal world, the mundus imaginalis, and so where does technology come into that? Technology comes in as a kind of tool that can help us to reconnect with the sacred, can help us to connect with ourselves as a planetary species. As I say, we're in a coherent cosmos, and that means that we are having an evolutionary movement towards development, and technology can work in that and bring us a more intimate relationship with the world around us, the cosmos around us, and how we interact with the physical material world. So technologies are not to be dominant, they are to be in balance with our human development, and that we can learn to participate, negotiate and interact with the world in an intelligent, conscious way. And technologies eventually will go in that direction once we've learned to work with them. So, that's it. That magic, mind and meaning in a technological age. Science is a form of magic. I look at how science today is an advanced form of magic, and technology is a form of magic and science. It all goes back to the sense that we're living in a very enchanted, sacred reality, and to engage with that will take us to a long-term future. So that is more or less, I think, how the book is. But it all comes together as a whole. I think you can read the chapters independently. You can read the one chapter here, one chapter here. They're standalone chapters, and when you read the whole book, it gives a whole experience of all the elements that are involved in a very sacred reality.
And if these chapters are also standalones, can you tell us which was the first chapter that you, not chronologically as it is in the book, but that really started this journey for the book?
Well, the idea that I had was, the book was going to be called something like Re-Enchanting the Universe or Re-Enchanting the Cosmos. So the first sense I had was re-enchantment, which actually is the first chapter. But I didn't finish that chapter first. That was the idea I had for the book. The first chapter I actually finished in total was one which was called the Higgs boson. It was called the Higgs boson and magic, i.e. looking at the science and magic. But I finally changed the name of the chapter to call it Black Sands. The Black Sands referring to Egypt as the source of alchemica. And so, but it's about the combination of magic and science, which kind of informs our reality. And also, importantly, I talk about consciousness as being a primary presence. The cosmos is a kind of enfolding of the one source. What Plotinus called the one, what all the mystics talked about as being the origin, the source, and the cosmos is enfolded out of the source, and therefore it's a unified field that connects back to the source, and the unified field is conscious intelligence. So that's an underlying narrative to the whole book, is that's why we live in a sacred reality, because our reality is a integral, coherent conscious intelligence. See, what we need is remembrance. As Revival says, it's not something new, it's something coming back. At the beginning of the book I talk about amnesia, is that often when we come into the world we come into it with amnesia. So it's not that we need to learn something new, we have to remember what we always had. And we have to be conscious and be present. And so we have to realize that we are part of it. It's important to remember we are part of an enchanted reality. Life is magical. And once we start to have that perspective, then we start to change how we interact with the world. So we need to remember, that's what we need to do. And be conscious agents, not just agents, but conscious agents. Be conscious of our presence.